Hi guys, welcome back to today's tutorial. So today I'll be showing us how to sew that beautiful, lovely Ankara top we saw in the picture. Okay, so let's get started. Now the first thing you want to do is you want to fold your fabric into two like this. This is the edge of my fold. Okay, so this line is going to be your shoulder line, right? So my across back, which is my shoulder, is on 7.5. Okay, so this is very necessary so that you'll be able to mark where the shoulder or the neckline is going to stop. This is it here. Now next thing is to determine how wide you want the neck to be. Now this top is a v-neck line. You don't want it to be too wide and then the top is falling off your shoulder. Okay, so I'm going to do 3.5 inch. Okay, yeah, 3.5 inch for the my neck width. Okay, then now the neck depth depends on you how deep you want the neck to be. Okay, so I'm just going to do probably 7 or 8, depends on you. Okay, so I'm just going to do 8. So the neck depth is a matter of preference. There's no particular measurement, it's preference. Okay, so this is my 8-inch mark here. So I'm going to link it to the I'm going to link it to the shoulder here. So I have a V neckline like this, and then you don't want to just cut a random straight line here. You want the shoulder to sit properly. So what you want to do is, this is where the shoulder ends here. You want to come down by 1 inch here so that we can have a shoulder slant instead of just a random straight line here. By the time you now wear it, the blouse will not now sit well. So this is my shoulder slant here. Okay, now next thing, depending on how wide you want the upper part of the blouse to be, I don't know what to call it. Should I call it collar now or yoke? I don't know. So let's do 4 inch. So coincidentally it aligns with where the shoulder slant ends. This is my shoulder slant here, so I'm just going to mark 4 inch like that. 4 inch. Okay, and then I'm also now from the neckline here, where the neckline ends, I'm also going to mark 4 inch. So basically you're marking 4 inch round. Okay, so it depends. You could use the curved part of your ruler, okay, to do this neckline, or you can have a sharp V, whichever one works for you. Okay, so I'm just linking this to the 4 inch mark. So you can still use the curved part of your ruler here, like I said, or I'll just make here sharp. Okay, so I'm just going to blend here properly. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out. So I want to be having 4 of this. 2 will serve as the front and 2 for the back. Okay, yeah. So as I'm cutting out, I'll be adding my seam allowance to this. My 1/2 inch seam allowance, 1/2 inch at the shoulder, and 1/2 inch at the neckline here too. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut 3 more of this. So guys, this is it here. So what you want to do is you want to add a stay to 2 of the pieces. Okay, yeah, so one is serving as the front and the other one will be at the back. Then you also need another 2 of it that will serve as a lining, if that makes sense. So the first step now will be for me to go and join the front and back together. Okay, I'll go ahead and join the front and back together at the shoulder, and I'll do the same thing for my lining. So guys, I've joined the front and back together. So this is the shoulder and my lining, of course. So now I'm going to use my lining. This is my lining here. I'll use the lining and then I'll just go ahead and turn the neckline off the top. So I'll just go ahead and turn it. Okay, so once you're done sewing, you want to know the neckline so it lies fast. So guys, this is how it looks like. So this is the front and back together, all lined and clean. So the next crucial step to take will be to measure. We need to measure all of this. So I'm going to measure from here. So this is about 30 inches. But don't forget that it's on full. So that means I have 30 inches for the front and 30 inches for the back. So what I'll do now is, depending on the fullness you want for the pleats, okay? So if you want to do times two, so that'll be, you cut out a long piece of fabric, that's 60 in front, 60 at the back. Or if you want times 2.5, depending on what you want. So but what I did was I cut out 2.5 yards, sorry, I did times 2.5. Okay, so times 2.5 should be I think 75. So I'm doing 75 inches for the front and 75 inches for the back. I mean the gathers. I'll show us now. So this is what I'm trying to explain to us. I'm saying, first of all, you need to cut out a rectangle fabric. Okay, so the length of the fabric, I have about 19 inches here. Okay, so but by the time I take half inch for my seam allowance here and another maybe 1.5 inch here for roll them, I'll be left with about 17 inches. That'll be the length. It will add up to the length of the blouse. Then for the part where we're going to be gathering, we're going to be gathering these parts into here. Yeah, but we're going to be the width of the fabric. I know we're going to be gathering all of this here. So I'm saying that what I did was, for the width here, I did times 2.5. Okay, so in essence, all I'm saying is the width of my fabric is times 2 of, yeah, this is like 75 inches for the front, because I have another one here, so I have two altogether. So this is like 75 inches. I'll gather it back to 30 and attach it to the blouse. Okay, and then the length here is just 19 plus seam allowance. So the next thing I'll do now is I'll go and roll the lower part of this fabric now, center, so that I'll start the pleating or gathering from the center. That way I will be able to gather them evenly. So this is just for the front. The whole lot is just for the front. So already I have my shoulder stand as a guide. So, and I've marked the center of this, and I've done a roll them for the fabric. Okay. So all I'm going to do right now is I'm gathering all of this here and the other way around. So let me do that. So guys, I'm done attaching the lower part of the blouse to upper part here. So you can see how it is. See the gather. I'm just going to use my serger to serge it round. So the next step now is, just for in case you're wearing it on a windy day, you don't want the blouse to be opening. Okay, so what you want to do is you just measure probably about 10 inches away from here, and then just do like a small stitch, like on top of the fabric. Just do like a stitch down. Okay, same thing on this other side here. Just measure probably about 10 inches away. Okay, just do like a small stitch so that when it's windy, something is holding the blouse down. So I'll just do that and I'll show the final outcome. So guys, this is the outcome of the dress. Like, I love this so much. So approximately you can use about 3 yards. If you want yours to be fuller, you can use more than that, but I use about 3 yards thereabouts. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe and share. Thank you.